What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, the Big Ugly Man Dog, and this is my show, My Big Ugly Opinion. I was watching a video the other night about Donald Trump. He was talking about his plans for if and when he wins next year's election. Apparently, they're coming up with a new idea that, to scare people, to say that Trump is going to be a dictator if he gets in the office this time. We know it's another ploy to, suppress the votes and keep people from supporting the candidate that they may or may not want to support. I think the propaganda machine is always working on either side, but we're going to get right into it. He was on Sean Hannity, and here's the interview right here.
As retribution against anybody.
Except for day one.
Except
Look,
what?
he's going crazy. Except for day one.
Meaning?
I want to close the border, and I want to drill.
That's
drill,
not
drill.
That's not.
No.
That's not retribution.
I'm gonna be. He keeps. We love this guy. He says, "You're not gonna be a dictator, are you?" I said, "No. Other than day one, we're closing the border, and we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator."
So it looks to me like what Trump is saying is that he's going to put in an executive order of some sort to close the border, build the wall, and then start drilling for oil here in this country. Seems to me like that's a decent plan. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and those two things are important. So I don't see the issue here. They're trying to say that he's going to use his power to arrest the people who have been coming at him all of this time and trying to get him indicted and all of that stuff. I don't know if he's going to do that. I don't know if he can do that. I will tell you this. It seems like that's what they're doing to him, to be honest with you. They're trying to cut the legs out the competition before the race starts. That's what it looks like, and that's why they're afraid of it. So they're trying this dictatorship spin. They tried racism last time. Oh, he's racist. And, he's still got so much support now, even from a whole lot of black people. And now they're going to try this. He's going to be a dictator. Everybody should be afraid. I think it's fear propaganda, and I don't buy into it at all.
Joe Biden has declared he's running again and will be the Democratic candidate, but is having a harder time dismissing concerns around his age at 81 years old.
I think he's in bad shape physically. Do you remember when he said, "I'd like to take him behind the barn"? If he took me behind the barn and I went like this, I believe he'd fall over. Who knows? But it was okay. And by the way, it was okay for him to say that. He said, "I'd like to take him behind the..." He could say that, and everyone thought it was so cute. If I ever said it, they'd say, "He's a dictator. He's a horrible human being." It's a whole double standard we have, and not only in the law, but just about everything else, as you know very well. I personally don't think he makes it physically.
I would say he's got a point right there. Biden said what he said, and even if it was a joke or whatever the case, they definitely would have took that all out of context if Donald Trump was to say that. I believe he's absolutely right. And of course, Donald's a funny guy. He's going to get his jokes off. It was mildly amusing. But yeah, it was. He's basically pointing out the hypocrisy in things. I don't see anything wrong with him answering back if you want to say something to him. Big deal. I mean, we pretty much fighting for the title of heavyweight president of the world coming up next year. And, he just getting his gloves laced up right now. He's getting ready. I think this election cycle is going to be entertaining, to say the least. And I'm looking forward to it. On to the next topic.
Bureau. You weren't ever on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, were you?
I was on Jeffrey Epstein's jet.
All right, so that is RFK Jr. As you can see there, they asked him if he was ever on Jeffrey Epstein's jet. Now, please do your best. Don't mind the voice. I know he sounds like he's talking through analog TV static. He sounds like he's talking through a ceiling fan and a blender with the garbage disposal running in the background.
2 times. I was on it in 1993, and I was on it and I went to Florida with my wife and 2 children to visit my mom over Easter. My wife had some kind of relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell, and they offered us a ride to Palm Beach. So I went then, and then on another occasion, I flew again with my family, with I think 4 of my children, and Mary, my wife, to Rapid City, South Dakota, to go fossil hunting for a weekend, and but otherwise I was never on his jet alone. I've been very open about this from the beginning. This was in '93, so it was 30 years ago. It was before anybody knew about Jeffrey Epstein's, his nefarious issues, and I agree with you that all of this information should be released. And we should get real answers on what happened to Jeffrey Epstein and any of the high-level political people that he was involved with. All of that should be open to the public. It should be absolutely transparent. And, I don't see why any of those records would have any redactions in them. Why would we be hiding that from the American public?
Well, you might not even
outrageous.
get.
Now, basically what he said was, but anyway, yeah, he says he didn't go to Kitty Diddler Island. He just took a few family vacation trips on the plane. Hello, Auntie. Hello, Grandma. Hello. We really don't know. For his sake, I hope that that's the truth, that he didn't, land on the island and pick a few children up. I don't want to say that he did. I don't know that he did. He says he didn't. I have no reason not to believe him. I don't know him like that. I will say that Jeffrey Epstein's plane, I'm sure it went plenty of other places other than the island. So we can't say that just because he gassed up and took off that that's where he was going every time it landed somewhere. So, hey, it is what it is. He says he wants the information to be out, who was on the plane, all of that stuff. I say put it out as well, because all of them weirdos, whoever they are, should be exposed and locked up. No doubt about that. I agree 100%. Mr. Garbage Disposal Man. My man sounds like a generator. Now, I don't know why I just did that daggone sound when I was talking about the man. Sometimes I just be doing too daggone much. But that's just my big ugly opinion. I'm the big ugly man, dog. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a like, a share, a comment, and subscribe. And holla at your guy. I'm out. Peace, peace, peace. Peace.